Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another Historic Brawl gameplay video, and today we are playing with two commanders. I think this is the first time I've actually played two commanders via the partner mechanic, although this mechanic is slightly different in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle commander set, as it is worded as partner character select, meaning you can only partner with another commander that has partner character select, not just partner. And we are playing Leonardo the Balance and Raphael the Muscle. So Leonardo the Balance, a 4-mana 3/3, and has whenever a token you control enters, we may put a +1/+1 count on each creature we control, but only once each turn. And then we can pay Wooburg. Creatures we control gain Menace, Trample, and Lifelink until end of turn. And then Raphael the Muscle is a 5-mana 4/4. Says double all damage that creatures you control with counters on them would deal. And when Raphael enters, create a Mutagen token. So if we just curve Leonardo into Raphael, we will be creating a Mutagen token, which will trigger Leonardo. He will become, our entire board will get a +1/+1 counter on it, and it will double all damage dealt by those creatures. That is insanely powerful, especially so considering Leonardo's activated ability. Giving those creatures Menace, Trample, and Lifelink. Trample and double damage is obviously bonkers, and I will straight up admit that I often forget to use his ability, and so there'll be a few games in the video where I may have been able to win earlier if I'd activate his ability. So yeah, be sure to leave a comment when you notice those. So just be aware also, Leonardo, it is a May trigger, so if you want to, if you know you're going to create multiple tokens in a turn and want to stack it so that you use the best use of your creatures to get those counters, then you are able to do that. Not going to go through the entire deck, but I will go through a few lists. So the first one is repeatable token generators. Obviously, we want to be able to create tokens almost every turn, and also on our turn and our opponent's turn, and these cards potentially let us do that, or the majority is our turn. So Rhys the Redeemed, we can just pay 2 and tap it to create a 1/1 green and white elf creature token. So we can do that on our opponent's turn if we need to. Then we can pay 6 for each creature token we control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Ocelot Pride is just obviously bonkers. This is a nerf version. At the beginning of end step, if we gain life this turn, we create a 1/1 white cat creature token. Then if we have the City's Blessing, for each token we control that was created this turn, we create a token that's a copy of it. So this is only on our turn, but still very, very powerful. And it does obviously double up other token generation if we have the City's Blessing. And obviously a great card to just buff with Leonardo, First Strike and Lifelink. Then we have Michelangelo the Heart, a 2-mana 2/1 trample. Then it has Raid the Fridge. Raid is a mechanic that happens if you've attacked this turn. Obviously this is a play on that. Going to my second main phase. If we have attacked this turn, we put a +1/+1 count on target creature we control and create a food token, which obviously will trigger Leonardo the Balance. Then Genghis Frog, a 2-mana 1/3 with Trample. That's key because not a lot of his creatures do have Trample without activating Leonardo. When Genghis Frog or another mutant we control enters, create a Mutagen token. Obviously all our turtles are mutants, so if we have Genghis Frog on the battlefield and we play a Leonardo, we will create the Mutagen token and trigger Leonardo as well. And we actually have 11 mutants out of 30 creatures, so it is the most common creature type we have as well. Then we have the Ooze, which we've seen in a few of our standard decks. We can tap it, exile target card from the graveyard to create a Mutagen token, and there is some other stuff as well. Adeline, whenever we attack, we create a 1/1 creature token. Smothering Tithe, whenever opponent draws a card, we create a treasure token if they don't pay 2. Elspeth, we can just +1 to create 2 white soldier creature tokens, because Elspeth obviously doubles up all our token generation. Tender Shoot Dryad is just absolutely bonkers. 5-mana 2/2. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 group sapling creature token. So that is our opponent's upkeep as well. So it'll trigger Leonardo then. And then if we have a City's Blessing, meaning we have 10 or more permanents on the battlefield, we gain a City's Blessing and we never lose it after that. Sapling's control, we get +2/+2. Greensleeves Morrow Sorcerer, 5-mana Star with protection from Planeswalkers and from Wizards. Greensleeves power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands we control, and then we have Landfall. Whenever a land we control enters, we create a 3/3 green Badger creature token. So if we have a fetch land, we can play it on our turn, get that Badger, crack it on our opponent's turn, get another Badger, and then trigger Leonardo twice. Overlord of the Hauntswoods, we impend it to create a token everywhere land, but whenever it attacks, we also create one of those tokens as well. And then Bootlegger Stash is 6 mana, but it gives all lands that we control tap to create a treasure token, which obviously is a token. So if we get this down, we can just create treasures as much as we want and activate trigger Leonardo on our opponent's turn. Next up, we just have some counter synergy. So Michelangelo, weirdness to 11, increases the amount of counters we put on creatures. Mikey and Leo, whenever that happens, we draw a card. Caretaker Talon, obviously whenever we create a token, we draw a card. Ray, Fillet, Wave, Warrior, whenever a creature we control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. That is not one or more. So if we hit with 5 creatures with counters, we will draw 5 cards. Although if we hit with 5 creatures with counters, we're probably winning. And he is a 5 mana 0/2 with fly and evolve, meaning whenever a creature we control enters, if that creature has greater power or toughness than its creature, we put a +1/+1 counter on it, meaning it itself would most likely have a counter on it. Inspiring Call, we draw a card for each creature we control with a +1/+1 counter on it, and those creatures gain indestructible at end of turn. Terror Symbiosis, just draw cards when we put counters on creatures. Michelangelo, Mutant BFF, each creature we control with a counter on it can't be blocked by more than one creature, and when it enters or attacks, we do create a Mutagen token as well. Then Doubling Season just doubles up all our token generation and our counter generation. And then Steelbane Hydra, 2 and an X, enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, and we can pay 3 to remove a counter from it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is really, really powerful because obviously we're going to be swimming in counters as well. Obviously, we have loads of other things. Ramp, not a huge amount of removal, but we do have some, and then things like Roaming Throne to double up our mutant triggers. Urza's Incubator to reduce the cost of mutants, and you don't see mutants much in Brawl because obviously Urza's Incubator is symmetrical, so be aware of that. And Trouble in Pairs is on Arena for the first time, a very powerful enchantment in Brawl. It is better in 4-player Commander, but it's a 4-mana enchantment. If an opponent would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. And whenever an opponent attacks us with 2 or more creatures, or draws their second card each turn, or casts a second spell each turn, we draw a card. The only problem in this deck, it is 4 mana, the same amount of mana as Leonardo, and if we have 4 mana, we want to get Leonardo down. But a very powerful enchantment that is finally on Brawl. And other cards like Raphael, the Night Watcher, attacking creatures we control with double strike. You combine that with Raphael's doubling damage and Leonardo's ability to give things trample and menace. Absolutely crazy. Garrett give things trample as well. We also have Rocksteady. Whenever another non-token creature we control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature to help with our counters as well, and things like Innkeeper's Talon, and then there's loads of ramp as well. And our top curve, Raph and Mikey, Troublemakers, a 7 mana 7/7 trample and haste. When it attacks, we'll reveal cards on the top of our library until we reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. So coming down as a huge creature and getting another creature from our library is pretty good as well. For colours, while it's a 5-colour commander, we have very few black cards. I think my final version, I think Leonardo is the only thing that has black mana in its casting cost. If that doesn't, so there is, that is the only thing. So Shock lands and Surveil lands, we've only got black when it's with green and white, and we have very few red cards, even though obviously one of our commanders is red. So again, we only really have red cards when they are with green and white. There's no point having like black and blue or red and blue just because we have so few of the colours. It is predominantly green and white, and that means we can run more basic lands for things like Flare of Cultivation and stuff like that. So a really, really fun deck. Hope you enjoy. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll give a chat to my patrons, Arcadius, Mihail, Thomas, Adrian and Pestilence. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. I suppose we can Goldvein Hydra. Have a Ragavan. We'll go Goldvein Hydra for 1 and then Flare. You? Well, that's a pain in the ass. because then we ram and get a treasure. Let's go to forest and a mountain. Put the forest on the battlefield. We need to destroy that training grounds with our Steelbane Hydra. Opponent should probably do something as well. Or just sit there and do nothing. Yeah, that's also a good option. That is a very annoying card. I feel like Leonardo should have something. Oh, I'm not happy about this. There's the transformer. Let's get down you. Let's get down to Michelangelo. Get down a Verdant Catacombs. Were you meant to block first? I mean, we still get the... Let's... Oh, so you can just have one of any colour. What else do you have? I only have one card left in hand. None of you are artifacts, are they? No. Well, that's birds. Let's Steelbane Hydra for 1. I think I'm going to swing in with Adeline. They can kill Adeline. But they don't. Let's grow Michelangelo because it has trample. Let's kill their training grounds. And drop you in, and let's grow Michelangelo again. Why didn't they tap Cave? Can we draw? I mean, it's not that. I'm going to swing with you, swing in with you. No, that's not swinging with you yet. Yep. Come on. Let's grow our birds of paradise. We'll get down at Urza's incubator on Mutant. And we will surveil with the catacombs. I keep on forgetting about his activated ability. Does he trample? Yes. We should be doing that next turn. Probably should have done it earlier. They have gone pretty wide, but trample and the double damage is going to be doing it, I think. Field sack. And just get a commercial district. Sure. And we can destroy the Mox Opal, the fun is. Three, 6, 8. We can do this and still activate my Leonardo. And everything with a counter on it does double damage. And with Trample, and Lifelink, this should be quite lethal. Obviously, our little token doesn't have a trample. Is this not how it works? Oh, I think it is. Super lethal! Yes, double damage and trample is lethal. We are up against Ulalek. We have a slow hand, but Ulalek is also slow. Keep Mikey and Leo, because that's draw. Next turn we can intend an Overlord. I say it's a slow deck. They have a very, very fast one. Next turn we can Leonardo. Well, that's a problem. I think then we do.
The multiverse will be free from this scourge. I welcome all allies.
Because then we can sacrifice one and block one, and use one to block. Ooh. That is a tough one. I'm going to sack the Overlord. Because now I can green sleeves I will take you out.
Peace.
And we can get another 2. None of your wizards, are they? There is Uralek. Let's get a couple more badges. Let's get an Elegant Parlor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6. We can cast. We get some more badgers. And our opponent, yeah, I was umming and ahhing over to take out Ulalek with Elspeth. With Elspeth, but we have a pretty good board already. Well, we have a lot of ramp. This is good. And the shoot dry is good as well. Let us go exploring. Get down at Pilgrim. No, we won't, because we're an idiot. We are burning ourselves to the ground. Next turn we will have 6 mana. Fortunately we can't attack and get Michelangelo down. Oh good, Risky Bill. Got a Mutagen token. Buff our board. Let's buff. I'll tell you what, let's attack in with the birds. We will grow Leonardo. And then Tender Shoot Dryad. Will be a bit of a game changer. What does that do? We played that before the land. And we will attack in. Let's grow Michelangelo and grow our board. And grow our board. We have one of those. They get to draw a few cards. And we can get Adeline down next. So we won't put a counter on it when we create a Tender Shoot Dryad, Saprolin. We will do it when we create the token with Adeline. We could cast you for 0. I want to grow you because you've got trample. You have trample too. Now we want to grow the team. And yeah, I think they saw the writing on the wall there. Raphael doubling everything as well. We'll go first. Not a great hand. This is better. Shocking the birds. Turn to Crystal of Water Caves, pretty good. And then Flana White Elves. Yes, then Artifact. Let's hope I don't have anything that requires us to Heroic Intervention. But how many free artifacts can I play now? Quite a lot, I think. Great. Well, there's a Badger Mark up. I think I can still sneak you in. Although, I don't know why I want to. What can they do to us? They have a big old 7/7. What do they search for? A midnight clock. don't have a way to generate an artifact. A token. See if we can fetch something. Let's get a Surveil Land. No. Well. Let's activate you. You have something, I think. Da-da. You do have menace. Everything now is double strike. Unless they have a pact. Double strike and double damage. I'm not sure what the stick could be for. If they have a pact, they basically win. Raphael doesn't do double damage because he hasn't got a counter on it. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that is... How much do we do in the end? 24, I think. And we gained a lot of life.